Gymnastic rings or a TRX? What are the main differences and what are the 3 main things you need to consider when choosing one over the other? Stick around to find out. Hey, it's Oskar from GoPrimate here, and in this video I'm gonna compare gymnastic rings to a TRX and go through the 3 main things you need to consider when choosing one over the other. So first of all, user friendliness. Here's where the TRX do take a slight win, and that's because with a TRX all you need to do is to strap one simple thing over the bar and then you're ready to go with your training. Now with gymnastic rings you need to strap 2 things, so 2 rings, and then you also need to make sure that they're on the same height, and that's gonna take a little bit of extra time, but once you've been training with rings for a while, this process is going to be very quick anyway. So in my experience, it's not a big minus for the rings here, but it is a slight advantage for the TRX. The other cool thing with the TRX when it comes to user friendliness is that they have this small little adapting part you can attach to the TRX, and this makes it very easy and smooth to attach the TRX to a door frame or at the corner of the door. Now you could do a similar thing with the rings, but it won't be as smooth and easy as with the TRX. So in that case the TRX do take a big win when it comes to setting them up at a door or at the corner of the door. The next factor is going to be versatility. So you can do most of the same exercises with the TRX and with gymnastic rings, but with a TRX you won't have access to the pull-ups or chin-ups or to any types of dips. And that in my opinion is a really big minus, because ring pull-ups and ring dips do have their own unique benefits and it would be a real shame to miss out on those. The next factor is going to be comfort. So the TRX do have quite soft handles and they also roll. So the softness comes in pretty useful if you do something like leg tucks. So with the TRX you won't feel any possible pain on your bones when you do this, but with rings, because they're much harder, you might feel a little bit uncomfortable. But we can work our way around this with rings simply by wearing shoes and putting the part of the foot that's covered by the shoe on top of the ring. Well, in this case you won't experience any pain anymore, or you could simply just wrap a towel around the rings and therefore you're gonna have the softening you need and it won't be uncomfortable anymore. So again, it is a small minus for the rings, but it's also a very easy way to fix or work your way around it. So it's not a big minus in itself. The other cool thing with the TRX is that it actually rolls. The handle is actually rolling in your hand, and that comes in pretty useful when you do moves like bicep curls or tricep extensions. But on the ring there's nothing moving or rolling, so it's not as smooth. But again, I sound super biased here right now, but this hasn't been a problem with rings either. So you can very easily do bicep curls and tricep extensions with rings. You don't really even think about the fact that they're not rolling. So again, it is a small, luxury that the TRX has to offer, but it's definitely not necessary at all in my opinion. So in my eyes, it's definitely not worth enough to go towards the TRX, the small little win that it does offer. And the last things I'll mention here still is that the portability is pretty much the same. So both weigh around the same and they both can fit into a training bag, and the affordability is also around the same. So the cost of these two are roughly the same. Now of course different brands have different prices on both ends, on both TRX and rings. Price can fluctuate, but they're more or less on the same price level. So portability and cost is going to be the same. So if I will only choose one of these, I will go with the rings, and the reason is because of it's a shame to give up on ring pull-ups and chin-ups and ring dips, because those are a lot of bang for your buck exercises, and it's just a shame to give out on those exercises and all the benefits that they have to provide. And also the few bonuses that the TRX has to offer, in my opinion, they can be overcome very easily with rings with just small adjustment or small tweaks, and they're just not worth sacrificing ring pull-ups and ring dips for. So for that reason I will definitely go with rings. But there is a exception here. If you're mainly planning on training from that door corner, so the corner of the door or the door frame, then in that case the TRX will definitely be superior, because doing that with rings is possible, but it's just a hassle. It's just not as smooth at all. So in that case definitely go with the TRX if you're planning to only train at the corner of your door and use that kind of setup. Then 100% go with the TRX in that case. But if you're going to train in any other way, so with a pull-up bar, I would definitely recommend you rings. And there's another situation where I might recommend the TRX, and that is that if you are a personal trainer who trains clients outdoors and you train more than one client, so maybe you train 2 to 3 clients at a time, then in that case a TRX might be more usable for you because you can quickly attach them and you can have your clients do their workout there. But if you're somebody who plans to train, just one client or just train yourself, then in that case the rings are going to be way more effective for you, a lot more bang for your buck. So those are the key things that come into play when choosing between gymnastic rings and a TRX, and also which one I would recommend for the majority of people, besides the 2 exceptions I just mentioned here. And hey, if you wonder where you can hang your gymnastic rings, then I highly recommend you have a look at this video right here. It's going to teach you a few very simple and flexible options on where you can set up your gymnastic rings. That is it for this video, guys. If you found this video helpful, and I hope you did, then please leave this video a like, so I appreciate it, and subscribe to the channel for more tips on how to optimize your body weight, ring, and at-home fitness training. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.